Hey, what's shaking, everyone? It's Captain Canuck here. We are going to play a little more Kerbal Space Program today. I've taken a couple days off from this, actually, so I just had to take a minute here to get caught up to figure out where the heck we are. So we have 86 science. We had completed a couple missions last time. We went to Minmus and the Moon, I think. Got a lot of science from those. And I almost think we could go back, get a bunch more science. We're going to need to upgrade our research facility pretty soon so we can get up to this level, but it's not really going to matter because we don't have enough research points at this point. Anyways, I think what we want to do is get this one next, but it's at 90. Primarily because it gives RCS thrusters and a better stabilizer as well. Plus the lander can, that's pretty good. Yeah, we're going to want to get this one next. And maybe this one as well, because this will open up new missions where we can dock with things in outer space. Outer space, Jesus. In orbit, we'll say. Yeah, so right now we got to do a little bit of, you know, just maintenance. Take care of a couple of these things. Fly by the sun. Let's do that one. This one's super simple to do. We can even use one of the ships we've already built. You just got to get it outside the sphere of influence of Kerbin, and boom, we've got all this. So 8 science, 176,000. We're definitely taking that one. It's super simple. Satellite around the moon. Yep, we're going to do that. Test the skipper to land it. Yes, we're definitely going to do that. It's only 15 grand in a science point, but whatever, we'll take it. It's super simple to do. Temperature surveys of the moon. Let's not do that. And these ones, we're going to do this, but I want to get this science first. So, okay, so let's let's do that thing landed at the pad to begin with. What was it? It's the skipper, I think we needed, right? So we need to put a skipper on. That is, which one? This one? Reliant? Swivel? Where's the skipper? Oh, the big sucker. Alright. So we're just going to take the Probodobodine, which I think has some batteries on it. And we're going to take the skipper. There we go. Could be wrong, so let's just take batteries just in case. Put these on top. Boom, and done. And launch. Yeah, you know what? I kind of forgot that we got all these big engines. So that makes life a lot easier. So let's just, well, launch. Good enough. There we go, 1.15 grand. Thanks. Now we're just going to recover vessel. One down. Yep, great. Get all our money back. That's nice. Almost up to $1 million. That makes life a little simpler, doesn't it? Thank you. Yes, we'll take that. Now, what else we got to do? We don't want to do surveys of Minmus yet. We'll do that soon. Survey of the moon, not yet. Fly by the sun. That's what we want. And satellite around the moon, we can do that soon. Geosynchronous orbit, we can do that soon. Okay, let's do, because it's so much money, let's do this one first. Does it need anything? Fly vessel anywhere nearby the sun to achieve this goal. Okay, great. So, that's good. Okay. How do I get out of here? Stop. There. So, let's get rid of this. We're going to keep this because we're going to need it. We don't need anything like... we're not bringing this back to Earth, so we want to keep this as inexpensive as possible. So in order to escape Kerbin, we're probably going to need about... Well, we need 3,600 up, and then I think it's like 800 to the moon, another 200 to Minmus, so it's 3646. Let's say we need about 6,000 delta V would be my guess to get out of Kerbin's atmosphere. I can look it up. There are charts of this. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's show you how to look this stuff up. So, you want to go KSP delta V map. There's going to be a couple of them here. There's one that I liked. Yeah, we're going to go with this one. What's this? Guess I've ever seen this one. Ah, that's not as good. There are some really good ones out there. Well, let's take this one. I feel like this is the one I've seen in the past. Well, what version of Kerbal this is? Yeah, I feel like it's not 4,500. It's like 3,600 now. This might be like a different version of Kerbin. I think it's, what are we at now? KSP 1.05? Is that what it is? Yeah, see, this is better. I didn't. 4,500 seemed like it was way too much. So as you can see, so what they're telling you is that if you want to get into, I understand it's geostationary, not geostationary. So if you want to get up into Kerbin's atmosphere, you want to get in an orbit. So that's the orbit symbol here. Okay, it's going to take 3,400 delta V optimally. Okay, and then if you want to get into a flyby of the moon, so it's showing you zipping by the moon, you need 860, and then to slow down, you need a 310. And these are all optimal. So, you know, somebody like me who does not necessarily know how to optimize, I need to increase this like by 10% on each one of these. So here we are. So if you want to land on the moon, it's another 580 over here, okay? But in this situation, we don't want to land. We just want to, you know, pass by this, but we also want to, if we can find Minmus, for example. I was close. I said 200. It was actually 340. 340 is what? Oh, and that gives you the plane change. So you need 340. Yeah, okay. So that's if you're on a, you know, a totally different plane. You need another 340 delta V to get yourself on the same plane as Minmus. Going to the moon, you don't need to adjust because it's on the same plane as this. So let's say you want to get past Minmus. Fly by here. So we're going to be 3,400 plus about another 1,000. So we need about 4,500 delta V just to get past Minmus, and that should almost zip us out into the sphere of influence of the sun as opposed to Kerbin. So that's 3,000, 4,500. So yeah, and then I always want to increase by 10%. So 4,000, that's about 5,000. I would suggest, like I said, we want about 6 grand, 6,000 delta V in order to get ourselves well past Minmus and in the sphere of influence of the sun, and then we'll make some quick cash and science. So let's go ahead and attach that all together here. We're going to want something in outer space like this, and say an efficient engine like this. Alright, that's all we need there. We want to, just for our own purposes right now, and I don't know if we're going to carry this out, we might as well, why not? Put the sucker on too. Okay, now it tells us we're already up to, in vacuum, 5,000 meters a second. That's plenty. Now, we're going to take a lot of science along with this one because this is going to be the first time we're in the sphere of influence of the sun, so we can actually start to do a little bit of sciencey stuff. So, I want to change this, make it so, yeah, snap. We want one here, and we want one here. We're going to take along a Science Junior, of course. Should almost take 2. And that's going to reduce our delta V a little bit, not too bad. Let's attach one of these on the back side, sort of like that. We're going to want a couple of these. Maybe 4, in fact. Why the heck not? Alright, does that look okay? Great. So we have 4 of those. We got lots of science. Okay, so now we want to get ourselves into the atmosphere. So we're going to need, like I said, about 3,400 delta V just to get ourselves up into the atmosphere. Okay, let's take this big sucker. Look at this. Woo-wee! That's a lot. And then if I put the big engine on, if I put the big skipper on it, what does that do for us? Yeah, see, that's only 2,500. We actually need a little more than that. So let's take this off. Maybe if I add this one. 3,000. Okay, so let's try taking that off as well. Maybe we need 2 big suckers like this. Oh, 3,500, roughly. So that'll be enough to get us into space. We need to be able to communicate, which we can do. We need to, yeah, so this will get us up. First stage will get us right into the atmosphere. Oh, we're going to need a stabilizer, and we're going to need, hold on now. Moving too quickly here. Control. So we want stabilizer, which we'll put on top actually. And we need, yep, panels. Let's do it like this. Sure, there's no point do we not have sun. Excuse me. And I think this is it. That's going to get us towards the sun. What is this stage 1 thing? Oh, yeah, we don't want to do that. So, boom. Our total delta V is 8100. So this is massively overkill, but this is the 3500 that we need to get into orbit around Kerbin. Now we'll eject this, and then that gives us just tons to get out towards the sun. We have solar panels, we have science. Maybe we should take a second one of these anyways, just because we got the room for it now. We definitely got the delta V for it. Yeah, it lowers that a bit, but yeah. Let's do that. We got 2 of them, they're pretty heavy, but who cares? And I wonder if, do I have an out cone? Yeah, I do too. No, we don't need that. Okay, let's keep this simple. Let's launch this. That's going to work. No sense messing around here. Yeah, see, I'm almost turning a little too fast here, but that's, we'll be okay. So much delta V here. You know what I could have used was some fins on the bottom of this. Oh, if it crashes, well, that's what we'll do. Yeah, I need fins. Ah, forgot my fins. Shit. Alright. I'll put the ones that turn. Well, let's go with some deluxe fins. Like that. Look at that. That's not gonna break down on me. Okay, so that was a mistake. I should have put fins on. I gotta remember to put fins. Every time, I'm telling you. Okay, good. Yeah, it's so much more stable with the fins. I don't feel like it's sliding all over the place. And this should come back as we speed up here. It just, if I tip it early there, the momentum really kind of pushes out to the side, out to the east. Thrust to weight ratio is going up as we burn off fuels. We get a little higher. The engine becomes more efficient. This goes up, so you're going to see us moving faster, faster, and faster as a result. So we're quite nicely. So we're at 6 kilometers now, 7 kilometers. Okay, so now we're going to turn it a little bit again. We want to get over. I like to be at about, like I said in the last video, I think I like to be at about 45 degrees once I hit 12 kilometers. As you can see, I'm a little bit no, I went too far. Oh no. Now let's see what happens here. See, it's this big heavyweight. Ha! Alright, damn it! Launch. Oh! Ugh. My own fault. I just got too greedy there. Started turning too early, because you can't really make aggressive turns until you get up into this upper atmosphere. This lower atmosphere, because we're so heavy on the bottom, it will, you know, it just flips this top over as soon as the wind gets a hold of it. Okay, so let's try and hold firm here. Oh, looks a little better this time. And you can see our actual orbit is going to be way over there, like, but we're only looking at surface speed at this particular moment because we're very much in the atmosphere still. Okay, we're going to push it over a little bit. We don't want to get too aggressive like we did last time. Last time I went way too far. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's have a look here, see what our height is. It's going to be getting high, yeah. We're okay. We want to stop once we get to about 100 kilometers. That's where I like to keep my parking orbit. Whew, don't go too far outside of this. So far so good. 70 kilometers, 75. Doing 1,000 meters a second. Boom. Okay, so now we got a 100 kilometer parking orbit. We should be just about, yeah, so we're in the upper atmosphere. That's great. We're doing fine now. So now, because this thing's so heavy, this little inline stabilizer isn't particularly good. This is where our RCS would be nice to have. So, because I want to go due east, it doesn't really matter. You'd be going north. I just got to get outside the atmosphere, or outside the influence of Kerbin. Okay, so now, no sense wasting time here. Let's get after it. So I want to dip just below the horizon, so I don't keep on rising up. I want to push this distance forward. I want to get my speed up. So we want to get up to 2,300. Let's see how we're doing for fuel here. Still got lots. Going up a little high, though. I don't need to be up that high. Okay, so let's stop for now. Get ourselves a little bit closer here. That's good. Match it on the opposite side. Match this on the opposite side, and you won't go up. Now I'm going up, aren't I? I'll point down towards the Earth a bit. Kerbin. Aha. So we didn't quite get ourselves, but this will get us there. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Boom. Okay. 107 and 112. That's not bad. It's a good parking orbit. You know, I want to be roughly 100 kilometers, but again, I'm not trying to be efficient here. I'm just trying to get this one done quickly. So there we are. We're in orbit around Kerbin. Now, we're going to add a maneuver node just to see what kind of energy we're going to need. Now, in order to get... So, once we go to other planets, knowing the position of where we are around the sun and in comparison to other planets is going to be important. Right now, it's not really all that important, but just as a quick update or quick tip, if you wanted to go, say, to Eve, now, it's not necessarily how much your rockets on your little ship can do and on your vessel can do. You got to start to calculate the speed of Kerbin as well. And Kerbin is moving this way. If you were to throw a stone, for example, and it goes up this way, it would actually kind of do this. And then it would fall back to Kerbin over here. You'd catch it back on this side. You throw it up, and it kind of goes around, boom, and it would catch. So, all that to be said, if you wanted to, say, go to Eve, instead of going, you know, shooting yourself out this way towards it, what you would actually want to do is you want to shoot out the back of Kerbin out in this direction, and that slows you down. And by slowing you down, what it's actually going to look like is, as you leave the planet, you're actually going to be going more like this, outside, and you're going to be drifting to the inner circle of the solar system, because you're now going slower than Kerbin. Kerbin keeps on this one, you're slowing down, so you get into a lower orbit as a result. And when you slow down on Kerbin, you're not going to necessarily catch Eve here. You might catch Eve as you like kind of scoop around to here, because as we've already seen ourselves, like, you know, when we're increasing our periapsis or our apoapsis, what would happen is as you slow down, you're actually reducing your periapsis, or I don't know what that is, maybe apoapsis, whatever that is. You're reducing that point. As you slow down at this point decreases here, and you'd want this to match this. So on the other side of that, if you wanted to increase your speed, So instead of going backwards and slowing down off of Kerbin, and you want to throw yourself this way so you're speeding up, you would actually increase this to here. And you're using the speed of Kerbin itself to affect whether you speed up or slow down. So that's why you can speed up and then you increase your apoapsis so it goes up and it matches Duna as it's coming around. So now in this case it doesn't really matter what we do. Let's, for the sake of getting a little closer to the sun, let's go on the backs on the on this side so we slow down. We want to be speeding up here so we launch ourselves this way. We're going to be launching retrograde to the direction of Kerbin. To slow ourselves down, so we're going to be a little closer to Eve when we come in. But we don't want to get too Eve necessarily, not that that's a bad thing. In fact, maybe we should almost just consider doing that. I don't know if we're in the right position for Eve. I think Eve has to be behind us by 40 degrees. Yeah, we might. You know what though? No, not even close. So if you want to get to Duna, Duna wants to be at about 45 degrees to Earth. If Duna was here, we could launch for it. And I think Eve has to be behind you by like 30 degrees or something. I could look it up, but I'm not going to bother. So right now, just for the scope of this one video, we're just going to launch retrograde. So actually, we're going to burn right now. We're going to go. We're going to launch. Because that's going to launch us out this way. Watch. No. Okay, let's just wait. We should be here. That's where we want to do it. So, warp to next maneuver. When we get there, we're just going to accelerate. Come on. So now, because you can see that this is the path, we want to actually, I'm even there, I'm in the wrong location. Well, that's alright. No, it actually works for go. So we burn here, it's going to increase our apoapsis here, and that's going to make us slow down, and then our inner circle, our trajectory around the sun, because we're slowing down relative to Kerbin, is going to bring our periapsis down here. And then we'll try and, just try and roughly get it around this ring to show you what it's like to maybe make some form of an encounter, but there won't be an encounter. It's an impossibility at this point, but who cares? Let's just do this. So, there we go. So we actually speed up to get outside of Kerbin, but relative to the sun, we're actually going to look like we're slowing down because we're facing the opposite direction of Kerbin. So we'll show you. We need to get up, I think, about, let's say 1,000 meters a second, roughly. Oh, I was going to say it looked different. Lots of fuel. So you can see our apoapsis is growing. It's going to be pointing out in this direction. It's going to slow us down relative to the sun. $2,000 kilometers. Yeah, we're doing well here. Okay. So far, so good. Outside of Moon's atmosphere. Almost hit a... Now we're pushing outside of Min-Mist. You can see we're about 900 meters a second. A little more, and we're going to be outside of the sphere of influence of Kerbin. We're going to see we got our success. Here it comes. Boom. Actually, no, we actually got to get out there. I forgot. So now, let's just check this out. Oop, shit. We want to go back here, and you can see now we have our own trajectory separate of Kerbin, and you can see we're just slowing down. All we're doing is we're bringing our periapsis down. So we're going to continue doing that. We're going to slow down a little more, and you're going to see periapsis keeps dropping, just like as if you're circling around the Kerbin itself. So no difference. So it gives you a good idea as to how much energy you need, how much delta V you need to get into Eve's atmosphere, which is a very difficult planet to deal with. is so dense. It has a very, very thick atmosphere. It's hard. You need a lot of heat shields to get on. But we will be going there in this tutorial, in this playthrough, I guarantee you. So there you go. That would be roughly what we would want to do in order to get into Eve's atmosphere. But as it turns out, we're not in the right position. Eve would have to be back here, I think, roughly. And it's going faster than us. It catches up to us as we're coming around, and then you smash into the atmosphere with a bunch of yeah. Okay, well anyways, maybe someday, because we'll circle this. We got lots of energy on the thing. We got lots of delta V. Okay, so now what we need to do in order to accomplish our mission, just zoom in here, we got to actually get to this point, this Kerbal escape. Once we get Kerbal escape, and then we're good. So speed this up. Get right past Minmus. As soon as we hit that little dot, boom, we're going to get it. Yeah, there it is. So we get two things, because we also, probably a milestone, right? First flyby in the sun, entered orbit of the sun, boom, boom. 8 points there, 170,000, that's great. So now, while we're out here, we're high over the sun, let's do some science. All stuff that hasn't been done yet. Okay, nice. Who already said that? Must have. Just didn't realize it. Oh, shit. I know why. Oh, okay, yeah. Get that up to full. Log temperature, yep, send that off. Get this back up to full. Did I already do a mystery goo? Yes, I did. Okay, so let's do the materials bay. This will be quite a bit, I would think. 17, it's not a lot, but transmit anyways. There's Kerbal away the heck back there. Looks like maybe that's the moon there, yeah? We are a piece out, eh? It's an amazing game. I believe that's it, because I think we already did a mystery goo, right? Yeah, it's not going to get us anything if... Yeah, 0.5. We'll just hang on to that. So who knows? You never know when you might need more science. Because, again, this one has a lot of fuel. Like, a lot of fuel. So, I think what we're going to do, just for fun, is once we get around to... And I'm not going to do it right now. We'll pay attention as time kind of moves along. I'll see it. Once we get around to this periapsis, we'll slow it down so this kind of swings just to the outside, and eventually it will make contact with Eve. You know, within reason. And we'll just kind of fine-tune. I think it's might be kind of fun. So, listen, I think that's going to be it for today. We managed to get one quick little mission in. The next time, we're going to... Let's just go back to the Space Center. The next time what we're going to do is... I do some missions with Minmus and the moon, again, try and get some science built up. Actually, while you guys are here, let's do a little bit of science. Because you got 140. That's actually pretty good. That actually worked out alright. So, I think I want to do this, because it gives us a little more access to mech Jeb features. Did we get the science? Yeah, we did, eh? Is there any more science? No, I think we're done all the science until we get to the next level. I don't need the landing legs yet. We will get those eventually, obviously. I don't care about that. Oh, the fairings are kind of cool, too. Those are good later on, but we'll hang off for now. This is what we're going to want for sure. This allows us to start docking with things in orbit around Kerbal. Now we have 1.2 million. Let's just, because we're going to be doing this anyways, but might as well upgrade it now. Yeah. I think this is access to the next 2 rows. Is it just the one? It is just the one. Yeah, because now we're going to want to do some of this stuff. So we can get into, is it this one? Where's the extra science? I know it's in here somewhere. No, it's our ladders. Huh. Yeah, fly-by-wire is pretty good too, later on. Yeah, okay. Anyways, no biggie. We, I guess science is, the next level of science is, up one up here. Yeah, science tech, I guess. Yeah, this starts to get pretty fun when you start to scan entire planets. Oh. Yeah, so like I said, I've confused Mech Jeb and Kerbal Engineer. I always use Kerbal Engineer, but I always read about Mech Jeb, and I know that a lot of other people use Mech Jeb, and I just confused the two, oddly enough. It's kind of weird, but that's why Mech Jeb is installed in here. So for me, it's all kind of new. I've never used this. I'm seeing it for the first time. If you are, I am too. So, yeah, I think we're going to leave it here. We'll pick it up again later on, and like I said, next time we'll do some Minmus and Moon exploration, and we're going to try and put a man or a Kerbal on Minmus, I think, to get some science and get back. We're definitely at that stage we can do that. So anyways, I'm Captain Canuck. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be doing more of this in the future. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the section below. If you like what you saw, click like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. I'd love to have you subscribe to me so I could pump these videos out to you. Have a great day. Bye now.